What's happening, my people? It's Cat Sports again. Back for another afternoon with the family. Now, as usual, before I get started, let me give a shout out to the JBT community. It's just boxing talk. We're a group of people that just love to talk boxing. And we're always looking for others to join us. You don't have to have a channel, podcast, or anything like that. The only requirement is you just have to love to talk boxing. That's all. Welcome to another episode of Cat Sports, the History Channel, aka the Box Storian. Al Booker, what's happening, my brother? You've been busy the last few days. Haven't seen you, bro. But good to see you again. Always good to see Al Booker. My pen is dying on me, but I got another one. But salute Al Booker. Welcome to another episode of Cat Sports, the History Channel, aka the Box Storian. How's everybody this afternoon? It's hump day. Everybody just completed their day on the plantation. It's over the hump. Now on the downhill side of the week. That's what I'm on. And yeah, today we're going to talk about the junior middleweight division. You saw Floyd and Oscar on the thumbnail. That was at junior middleweight. Oscar will be one of the former fighters profiled today. Floyd is going to be at welterweight. You know, I think Oscar did more work at junior middleweight than Floyd. Yeah. But that's who that was, those two. But how was everybody doing this Wednesday afternoon? I got to start putting some pictures and videos with my work soon. I'm going to be working on that tonight. Like when I'm profiling the boxers, like put a picture of something of them up there, you know? Yeah. Miss Cass came up with that, and I'm like, that's a good idea. So that's going to start up soon. Upward mobility. That's what it is. Yeah. Yeah. Hope I didn't upset nobody with my, what they call it? What I did in the hangout this morning. Yeah, with my talk. That's what I'll call it. Yeah, man. You know, I hate talking points. You know, and the way you deal with talking points, you shoot them down immediately. You know. So what's up, Remo? Hashtag Let's Talk Fashion. Another successful episode this morning with a special guest. Our own J Hardcore from the Hangout was in there this morning. Yeah. You see my comment, Remo? That was a fire shirt you had on. I was saying everybody can't pull that one off. That's especially my old ass. I like solids, like dark solids. But you was rocking that shirt, Remo. Is that what you call it? Is it still called shirt? You know, this new generation, it might not be shirt anymore. Yeah. No, because Loma has not called him out since he's available to fight him now. You know? You can't put it in there because he don't know when the last time. It was so long ago. You know, like I was saying. Yeah, fighters will call a fighter out when they know they can't make the fight. Loma knew Floyd wasn't making that fight. But Floyd is gone. Call him out now. And Loma ain't doing that. He don't want that smoke. Come on, man. You know what it is. Come on. Put it in my chat. You know? You got 4 o'clock. Put it in here. Okay. But let me get off that. But yeah, I just hate nonsense, man. No matter who it is. Come on. Don't come with the talking points. And you got to shoot them down immediately. Okay. But yeah, we're going to be talking about the junior middleweight division today. And how's everybody? It's the hump day. No pro box tonight. No pro box today. But we got it next week. Yeah, another fire. Hashtag Let's Talk Fashion this morning, though. Yeah, Jay Hardcore was in there. And it was good, real good. I liked that interview. Some nice questions. And Jay Hardcore handled the questions pretty good. Great interview, Remo. That was okay. I had to watch that again later on. Watch it with Miss Cass later on when she get off work. She always liked to watch them. You know, yeah. It was good. It was good. Very good, Remo. Congratulations on another great episode. Yeah. And I like that commercial. Miss Cass was calling people like I'm some kind of celebrity or something. Because I'm in the commercial. Yeah, it was fire though. Yeah. Oh yeah. It was a fire commercial, Remo. Yeah, I got something else special too. We're going to. I got 12 rounds. I think there are 12 of the greatest rounds in the history of boxing. You know, because a lot happens in that 3 minutes, and I got some 12 rounds. You're gonna like it. It's gonna come up in a little while. I always try to wait till 3:30. Let a few people get in the building. Yeah. But it's a beautiful day outside here in Baltimore, Maryland. Yeah, man. I'm Team Tank. We not only both from Baltimore, I'm from the same neighborhood he's from. Of course, I was long gone before he was even born. But I knew his father. Yeah, I knew Tank's father. I knew him before Tank was even born. I knew his father. I haven't seen him. Well, I saw him about 6 years ago, but really sit down and talk to him about 30 years. That was before Tank was even born. I didn't even know it was Tank's father until I saw him last year around the Ryan fight. He was being interviewed by Ellie. And I'm like, what? That guy, that's Tank's father? Yeah, I know him. Yeah, I'm from that neighborhood, but I was long gone before Tank was born, so yeah. I feel like I got a special bond with the guy. You know, when he was on the news, he bought those buildings where he grew up, the street he grew up on. I grew up like 2 streets from there. Yeah, 2 streets down. So yeah. And you know, when I'm right, I'm right. And I'm gonna come on out. You know? Loma. Yeah, sure, Loma called him out when he knew Floyd wasn't gonna make the fight. But now when the fight can be made, where's Loma at? Fighting George Kambosos. Let me say it again. What is Loma doing? Is he calling Tank out? No, he's fighting George Kambosos. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. With that bullshit. But let me go. Calm down, Cass. That was crazy though, man. Loma's fighting George Kambosos. Come on. You got to do better than that, man. But let's see. We got 2 cards coming up this weekend, though. Even got a card from Japan that's being fought on Saturday. Isn't that something? But Loma's fighting George Kambosos. Isn't that ridiculous? That makes it even worse. Talking about Cardinal Tanky's fighting George Kambosos. Give me a freaking break, man. That's crazy, man. You want to brag on Loma? He's fighting George Kambosos. If it hadn't been for Tio, we'd never heard of George Kambosos. Come on, Loma. Yeah. Yeah, man. Still coming out. He's fighting George Kambosos, Remo. Not Frank Martin, not Shakira, not Tank. George Kambosos. The Australian guy. that Devin beat with one hand. Remember? The one that just got beat by Maxie Hughes and they had to cheat to give him his last fight. George Kambosos, the one that just got washed by Maxie Hughes last year. But they had to cheat because they were trying to set up the Lomachenko fight. That's who Lomachenko fighting. George Kambosos. George Kambosos. George Cam nobody sauce. Come on, man. But yeah. And we got Andy Cruz on that card, one of those cards, the Edgar Berlanga card. And please, Edgar, don't bite nobody this weekend. Okay, Edgar? Don't bite nobody. But Andy Cruz is back in action for his third fight. Mm-hmm. And of course, it's a 10-rounder because he came out of the gate at 10. But you know those Cuban fighters, they come in the game ready. I think Andy would probably beat Keyshawn right now, too. You know, Keyshawn tries to talk all thuggish. But as soon as he starts talking, you can tell he ain't built like that. He don't even have the thug voice, man. He got like a little squealing type voice. Yeah, I'm going to F him up, T.O. Yeah, his dad said, yeah. Keon, you're not no thug, man. Keon, just like Ryan and Devin, Keyshawn has never had a fight in his life outside of a boxing ring. Okay, come on. It just is what it is, man. Just listen to the guy talk. He ain't built like that, man. You know? These boxers, look at Tank's background. Now they all think they have this tough inner city type background. No, you don't have to have that. If you're not that, you're just not that, man. Yeah. Keyshawn, I'm from Norfolk, Virginia. And I put my hands on T.O.'s dad. Come on, man. That's weak as shit. You're not built like that, Keyshawn. Devin, Ryan. Y'all are boxers, not fighters. It's a difference. Tank is a fighter. Grew up fighting in the street. Then I repeat, Devin, Ryan, Keyshawn have never had a fight in their life outside of a boxing ring. I would bet money on that. Neither one of them. Never. Okay? So, you know, be what the best person you can be is yourself. You can't be nobody else because you're not going to be good at it. Now, you are an expert at being yourself. So be that, right? Come on, people. Stop it. Right or wrong? You're an expert at being yourself. I don't know why more people, don't want to be that. And more people will like you. More people will like you when you're being yourself. They don't like you for being somebody else. They like you for being you. I mean, all of them like that person you're trying to be. Why are you trying to be that person? I don't like you or that person then. Crazy, man. Crazy. Okay, but what time we got? 2:18. Yeah. Junior middleweight today. That's why I got Floyd and Oscar on the thumbnail. Yep. Oscar had a serious resume. Oscar fought everybody, man. B-Hop, Roy Jones. He lost the most of them, but he fought him. Didn't he fight Felix Trinidad? And no, he didn't fight Roy Jones. He fought Shane Mosley, Mayorga, Manny, Julio Cesar Chavez. Man, I would put Oscar's resume up against anybody's in history. Oscar wanted to smoke when he was a fighter. Okay. I don't know what happened to Oscar the person, promoter. But I liked Oscar the fighter. He got in there, and Oscar wanted all the smoke. Yes, he did. The Golden Boy. Arguably beat Floyd. Everybody always talk about the what's this guy named Castillo, whatever his name is. Say that he beat Floyd or the other guy, the one that Floyd said bit him. I would say, if I would say somebody to beat it, I would say more Oscar because even Floyd's father said Oscar beat him. Yeah, After the fight, Floyd Sr. said Oscar beat Floyd. Mm-hmm. He sure did. Yup. It was very close. Split decision. Oscar just ran out of gas at the end. That's all. Yeah. Oscar would have had a little gas left. And remember, Roger said that motherfucker gonna run out of gas at the end. Just watch, Floyd. Just and Oscar sure did. Remember Roger. Roger didn't hold back when he was in the corner giving advice, man. I used to love it when they put the camera in Floyd's corner when Roger was still training. Roger was colorful, man. Roger said that motherfucker gonna run out of gas. Watch. And Oscar ran out of gas. That's what it cost you. You know? Yeah. But Floyd was almost 49-1. Yeah. I would say Oscar came closest to beating him. More so than Castillo and the other guy, the Argentinian guy. I can't think of his name. The one Floyd said bit him. Floyd fought him twice. He was trained by Robert Garcia. Mariaga, is that his name? Marco Madonna. Yeah, the one that ruined AB. Yeah, Madonna. Yeah, I say everybody say him. Castillo beat Floyd, but I say Oscar. If you want to take somebody to beat Floyd, I would say Oscar. He came the closest. Yeah, but he ran out of gas. Yeah, Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar got one of them old school resumes. Damn near everybody from the era between welterweight and super middleweight is on there, damn near. Mm-hmm. All the big names. Oscar is on here today too. Profile over Oscar. Yeah. Let's get into this. First, we're gonna do a little history on the junior middleweight division. Is everybody mad at me or something? Oh yeah. They call it a rant. That's what I did this morning. A rant. I couldn't think of the name. Yeah, my rant this morning. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. Okay. Now, junior middleweight. What is that? 147. Above 147 and up to 154. You know. Yeah, 147. You're still at welterweight. Okay. So you got to be above 147, up to 154, right? Yeah. Yeah. Sandtown, Winchester. That's our neighborhood. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Somebody came in, but must be a voyeur. It smashed the like, that's all. Well, I got 5 already. 8 really, because I got 3 more that I give myself. Okay, junior, I'm on the wrong page. So see, I'm always still looking for dates and names and stuff as doing these shows. So I gotta get some pictures, some videos and stuff to put on the screen because be too much to have a camera because I'm always looking down and flipping pages and all kinds of stuff, man. So yeah, I'm gonna start putting up some pictures of the people I'm profiling or some videos and stuff like that very soon, okay? That's coming because I need something. Yeah. Okay. This is my 99th live, by the way. Tomorrow will be number 100. Mm-hmm. Al Booger remembers when I used to number him. Cast Sports goes live, such and such. He was the one that suggested I start putting up thumbnails and titles, and it was a good idea. I started the very next day. Then Remo was like, "Get that old ugly logo." He didn't say it like that, but he gave me a new one, so he must have been thinking that. because he gave me a new logo, and I love it, and I appreciate it. And open for more suggestions to make things better. Oh yeah. Okay. Uh, you're right. Yeah. Now the junior middleweight division is also known as light middleweight or super welterweight, right? Super junior. Now I just found out yesterday that the way they determine what you call it is different. Sanctioning bodies call it different things. I didn't even worry about which was which. Like for instance, the WBA calls it junior middleweight. The WBC IBF might call it super welterweight. Isn't that something? Different weight classes, different sanctioning bodies determine whether they call it super or junior. Now, I never knew that. I told you, Remo, I'm learning too. I think it's the WBA that calls it junior, and the IBF and WBC calls it super. I don't know what the IBF calls it, but yeah, isn't that something? I thought it was just junior, super, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, it's according to the sanctioning body. Yeah. And like I just said, above 147, and you can't go past 154. Well, you can. That's just on the night when you step on the scale. Now, that next day, if you can get up to 200 by the time you fight, you can come in the ring, weigh 200 and fight at junior middleweight, okay? Because they don't check you, not unless the IBF have a 10-pound rehydration clause or if it's in your contract. But if you're fighting for the WBC, WBA, or IBF, you can fight at 200 in junior middleweight as long as you weigh in between 147 and 154. And now they need to do something about that. But that's the case, you know? That's the case. I know a guy that his last fight at 140, he was 165. I ain't gonna mention no names, Devin Haney, but yeah. So they really need to go back to same day weigh-ins. It was said that it was a safety thing, give them more time to rehydrate, get the water back in their body and stuff, give them that whole entire day. But no, it also gives them time to put on more weight, so you're not really fighting in the weight class that you're supposed to be fighting in. You know, I mean, 140 is supposed to be what? 135 to 140, right? So why is this guy fighting at super lightweight weighing 165 pounds? That doesn't make sense to me. Okay, but let's continue. Now, the junior middleweight division was established in 1962. Because like I tell you, the junior supers, most of them came about in the modern era. The others, like the full weight divisions, like middle, lightweight, heavyweight, welterweight, they go way back to the old days. But the tweeners, that's what they call the junior supers, the tweener division. Most of them started in the modern era. Whenever the modern era started, I have no idea. But the junior middleweight was established in 1962 when the Austrian Board of Control recognized a fight between Emil Griffith and Teddy Wright. Okay? Austrian Board of Control. Now, the fight took place on October 17th. Emil Griffith was the winner, 15-round decision. Then, 3 days later, the WBA, which came into existence in 1962, okay? And they sanctioned a fight between Denny Moyer and Joey Gambra. That was their first champion in 1962. The WBC, they recognized the WBA champion until they came into existence in 1963, and they recognized the WBA champion as their champion until 1975. They sanctioned their own title fight between Miguel de Oliveira and Jose Duran for their vacant title. De Oliveira won the title over 15 rounds. Now, I don't know why they did that. It has to be something to do with money because, because recognizing the WBA champion, I guess they couldn't. The WBA was the only one that could collect sanctioning fees, right? So the WBC had their own title fight, so now they can get sanctioning fees also. Yeah, money. That's what it boils down to. Okay. Next was the IBF, and they started recognizing a champion in the super middleweight division in 1984. Their first champion was Mark Maddow. Okay, 1984, the IBF. We didn't have a WBO yet, but they're coming. As a matter of fact, the WBO recognized their first champion at the junior middleweight division in 1988 when David Jackson defeated Lupe Aquino. 1988. Okay? Now, we've had a lot of popular boxers to hold championships at this division, okay? Such as Nino Benevenuti, Manny Pacquiao, Wilfred Benitez, Sugar Ray Leonard, Miguel Cotto, Thomas Hearns, Mike McCallum, Julian Jackson, Roberto Duran, Terry Norris, Oscar De La Hoya, Floyd Mayweather, that's them Jr., that's them two on the thumbnail, Thab Judah, and Winky Wright. Winky. Now, Marvin Hagler is one of the only boxers ever to just fight in one weight division his entire professional career, middleweight. Hagler never went into another division. Okay, he fought at middleweight the whole time. And when he lost his title to Sugar Ray, he retired. Now, he waited a year for Sugar Ray to come back and give him his rematch. Sugar Ray said, no, I'm retired. Then remember what I told you? Hagler waited 14 months. Sugar Ray was adamant about being retired. After Hagler waited 14 months and retired, 1 month later, Sugar Ray returned and started fighting again. He did not want to get back in that ring with Hagler because he knew he got beat the first time. That's plain. Now that's the textbook definition of a duck right there. Okay. This man begging you for a rematch for 14 months, and you're adamant about being retired. Then 1 month after this man retired, you come back? Now that's a duck if I ever saw one. For sure. Sugar Ray, I love you, but that was a duck, bro. That was a duck. Now, the current champions at junior middleweight are as follows. The WBA champion is Jermell Charlo. He was stripped of the WBO. It was given to Tim Tszyu. Now, he has defended that once. I think Brian Mendoza. I think that's the only one. He got one against Keith coming up, Keith Thurman. But I think he's going to stop Keith because Keith can't take body punches. And a monster like Tim Tszyu, no, you can't take body punches. And a come forward pressure fighter, good body snatcher like Tim Tszyu, no, you can't take body punches. How in the world is Keith Thurman going to last 15 rounds with Tim Tszyu? Somebody please tell me. Because I don't think he can. But the good thing about it, we are going to see. What is that, May, March, April? But we're going to see because they signed the fight. Now, the IBF and WBC was vacated by Jermell Charlo, and they are still vacant. I wonder why he vacated those. I know he was stripped of the WBO. He still has the WBA. But the IBF and WBC are vacant. Now, if Boots went to 54, he probably would get a fight immediately for the IBF because that's what he has at, isn't that how it works? That's what he has at 147, I guess. He might not get the belt, but he probably would be in line to fight for it. Now, here are the current rankings for the junior middleweight division. And I used the Transnational Board Ranking Something Board yesterday. It was an organization of writers and record keepers, and I thought since they would be the most non-biased, I would use them, but theirs was trash. So I went back to Ring Magazine. Okay. Number one, the champion is Jermell Charlo, right? Number one is Tim Tszyu. Ranked number two is Brian Castano. Now, I don't know where he is. He hasn't fought since him and Mel in 2022. He's going on 2 years now. Number three is Sebastian Fundora, the Towering Inferno. He hadn't fought since he got knocked out by Brian Mendoza. Number four is Magomed Kurbano. Number 5 is Liam Smith. Is he at junior middleweight? 6 is Brian Mendoza. 7 is Erickson Lubin. 8 is Israel Madrimov. 9 is Jesus Ramos. Ooh. Jesus lost to Lubin. Remember, they dropped him all the way to number 9. I would have him a little higher than that. 10 is Tony Harrison. I didn't even know Tony was still fighting. Now, I'm going to do something different today. Before I go into profile the 10 guys today, I have the 12 of the greatest rounds in boxing. Not the 12 greatest rounds, but 12 of the greatest rounds in boxing, okay? In boxing history. Now, of course, we know a lot can happen in a 3-minute round, right? We can have an all-out war in 3 minutes, or you can have a fighter look like he's about to be stopped and then have a miraculous recovery in a 3-minute round, and we can have a total beatdown in a 3-minute round, like round 7 between Bud and Earl, remember? Well, they all was beatdown, so that round 7 was ridiculous. Remember, he dropped him twice, and I was hollering at the TV, stop it. But, a lot can happen in 3 minutes. And I got, 12 rounds. I got 12 things. 12 different rounds that were great rounds in the history of our sport. Where is everybody today? Are they mad at me because of my rant from this morning? Oh, well. Okay, the first one is Mike Tyson versus Michael Spinks in round 1 of their fight from 1985. Okay, now, barely half a round, 91 seconds, okay? That's how long it lasted. But it was enough time and drama to win Ring Magazine's Round of the Year in 1988. A ferocious 21-year-old Mike Tyson walked through what was supposed to be his toughest test, bludgeoning Michael Spinks to the canvas twice in 91 seconds to stop him. And that Spinks never fought again after that, while Mike Tyson got the title of baddest man on the planet. Okay? Now, the next one is Andy Ruiz versus Anthony Joshua, round 3 from their 2019 fight. Now, Anthony Joshua's U.S. debut was going according to plan, as he blasted Andy Ruiz to the canvas early in the 3rd round. Now, what was not in the script was AJ getting caught going for the finish, barely wobbled and put down twice, barely surviving the round, okay? Now, this was a shocking single-round turnaround by Ruiz in a fight that ended with the tubby late replacement, taking the unbeaten record and world title from AJ. And this fight was at Madison Square Garden. Remember that? Andy Ruiz had AJ crawling around on all fours. AJ was heavy favorite in that one too. Yep. Next up is Muhammad Ali versus George Foreman. Round number 8, 1974. The Rumble in the Jungle. Okay? Now, the Rumble in the Jungle ended with Muhammad Ali stopping Big Bad George Foreman in round 8. Okay? An angry Big George spent the round throwing haymakers at Ali's head and attempting to batter down the older man's defenses. But suddenly, with 35 seconds left in the round, Ali sprung off the ropes and stung Foreman with lightning fast and accurate punches, sending Big George reeling. And the crowd in Kinshasa, Zaire went wild as Ali shocked the world once again. Remember, he shocked him in 64 against Liston. Then 10 years later, he shocked him again against Foreman. Both big, bad guys that was heavily favored over him. So Ali beat both of them, remember? Now, next was Joe Louis versus Max Schmeling. Round 1. This was the second fight. Round 1 of their fight in 1938. Okay? Heavyweight champion Joe Louis attempted to avenge his defeat to Max Smelling. It was loaded with intrigue, okay? An African American fighting a German a year before the outbreak of World War II. Now, in the ring, it was brutality. Lewis jumped on Smelling in front of 70,000 people at Yankee Stadium, knocking him down 3 times and leaving his challenger with cracked ribs and 2 broken vertebrae. Smelling spent 2 months in the hospital recovering from a 2-minute fight. Fight lasted 2 minutes, okay? First round knockout. He spent 2 months in the hospital from that. Joe Louis put a whipping on him that day, man. You think of that? 2 minutes fight. He spent 2 months in the hospital. That was a month for each minute, right? A month in the hospital for each minute of the fight, right? 2 months. Fight lasts 2 minutes. Isn't that something? Wow. Okay. Today is Wednesday, right? Yeah. Okay. Next up is Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder. The first fight. Fury Wilder won. And this is round 12 of their 2018 fight. Okay. Now, the recovery, they launched 100 memes. That's what it's remembered as. When fearsome Deontay Wilder dropped Tyson Fury hard in the final round of their showdown, Tyson Fury looked out cold. Now, I thought when a man is out cold, you don't even have to have a count. That's what I thought, but maybe I'm wrong. Tyson Fury was definitely out cold, except he opened his eyes at about 5 seconds, right? Was on his feet by 9, and then he was dodging Wilder's follow-up bombs, okay? And then he started stalking and hurting Wilder by the final bell. And the decision was a draw. It was controversial. But after the fight, all everybody could talk about was round 12. Still talking about it, as a matter of fact. There's Lonnie Lee. What's up, Lonnie Lee? How are you today, bro? We are just talking about some of the greatest rounds in boxing history. Just talked about that round 12 with Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, when Fury was asleep, but the referee kept counting, and he woke up, okay, and got a draw out of it. But salute to Lonnie Lee, everybody, in the building. We got Lonnie Lee, Remo, and Al Booker in the building, okay? I don't know who everybody else is at, but hey. There's Mike Mason in the building. What's up, Mike Mason? Everybody's coming in there. Hump Day. Celebrating Hump Day, I guess. Because it's all downhill to the weekend, to those 2 cards we got. We even got a card in Japan on Saturday. Because you know they usually fight 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock Tuesday morning? Yeah, this one is actually going to be on Saturday. Yeah, like MAZYCK. Yeah, I should know how to spell your name. I write it every day, Mike. MAZYCK. Mike Mason. Yeah. Because I'm going to have my contest, 20 questions, 3 winners, and everybody will have to have at least bet in here. What would you say? 10 times, 15, 10 times is good, I guess. Yeah. Because I don't want somebody to win a prize just first time they ever been in here, So 10 times. And I write it down every day, so I can pretty much look at the name and tell who's been here. My regulars. Okay, but where are we? We just talked about Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. But yeah, Fulani and Mike just came in. I was talking about the fight between Joe Louis and Max Smelling. Now, the fight lasts 2 minutes. Joe Louis finished him in 1 round. Now, Max Smelling Joe Louis broke ribs and cracked Smelling's vertebrae. He spent 2 months in the hospital for a 2-minute fight. I was telling Remo and Al Booger he spent 1 month in the hospital for each round of that fight. 2 months in the hospital for a 2-minute fight. Isn't that amazing? Okay, the next we're talking about some of the best rounds ever in boxing, by the way. Now the next round is Eric Morales versus Marco Antonio Barrera. Won. This is their first fight because they fought twice. Morales Barrera won. Round 5 from the year 2000. Yeah. Now you can count any one of these 12 rounds in this group, and they call it the Mexican Uncivil War between bitter enemies, and they didn't like each other. Eric Morales and Marco Antonio Barrera. But the 5th round took an already gripping 122-pound clash to a new level as Barrera bloodied Morales' nose, right? Now Morales came firing back with his own power punches, and the momentum shifted back and forth as the crowd reached fever pitch. It was an astonishing mixture of will and skill. This sums up what will become an epic trilogy. That was the first one, okay? Now Riddick Bowe against Evander Holyfield. Round 10, 1992. This was the first fight. They fought twice too. The second fight was when the guy parachuted into the ring and they beat the shit out of that guy. Yeah, guy came parachuting into the ring. Man. They was in Vegas, I believe. Yeah. They headed inside, I guess. Now, what heart by Holyfield, cried the commentator Jim Lampley. After Riddick Bowe uppercut had sent Evander Holyfield flailing around the ring on rubbery legs, the real deal Holyfield somehow stayed upright, survived Bowe's onslaught, and by the end of the round was miraculously teeing off on Bowe with hooks and uppercuts. Bowe would get the decision in a war that sparked the memorable trilogy. But this round should have been scored 111 to 111. Not 110 to 110, 111 to 111. Wow. Okay. George Foreman versus Ron Lyle. Round 4, 1976. Okay. Now what happens when we get two giant heavyweights that base their tactics entirely on rock'em, sock'em? You get George Foreman and Ron Lyle slugfest. Okay. Now, Foreman was battered to the canvas, right? Then he got up and put Lyle down before they just started teeing off on each other. And Foreman ended up collapsing at the end of the round, right? Everybody thought George was done, but somehow he recovered in between rounds and stopped Lyle in the very next round. Incredible. Mm-hmm. The end of the 4th round, they were just going at it, throwing haymakers. Foreman collapsed. Everybody thought he was done, and he came back in the next round and stopped Lyle. Crazy, man. That was a good fight. George Foreman against Ron Lyle, 1976. Next is Mickey Ward versus Arturo Gatti. Won. First fight, round 9, 2002. Now, Arturo Gatti sank to one knee after a savage body shot early in round 9. His face screwed up in the definition of agony, right? And when he got up, he couldn't even raise his fist. And Mickey Ward started teeing off on him, turned his head into a punching bag, right? Now, on the verge of being stopped, Gatti dug deep, bloodying Ward's eye and causing disbelief ringside. Momentum swung, and the numbers at the end were scarcely believable. Okay? Get this. In this one round, they threw a combined total of 102 power punches in that one round. Okay? And they had 2 more fights after that, but nothing equals up to that round. 102 power punches in one round between them. Okay, now check this one out. This one here is crazy. This was Jack back when my time up where I love boxing. This was Jack Dempsey versus Angel Firpo. Round 1, 1923. Check this out. Now, there was 10 knockdowns in the first round, okay? They didn't have a standing 8 count, and definitely they had no 3 knockdown rule, right? 10 knockdowns in the first round. Now, Jack Dempsey got most of them, but Angel Firpo, he was a tough Argentinian fighter. He got the best one out of the 10, okay? He knocked Dempsey out of the ring and into the press roll, okay? Knocked him out of the ring into the press roll just before the round ended. So the round ended, right? They got Dempsey back over to his corner. He asked his corner, what round did he knock me out in? His corner informed him that the fight was still going on. So Dempsey got up, went out next round, and knocked Firpo out. Crazy. Diego Corrales versus Jose Luis Castillo. Round 10. This is the first fight, 2005. Craziest ending to a fight ever seen. Now, Castillo pulverized Diego Corrales to the canvas twice in round 10, all but ending the fight. Now, desperate Corrales spat out his mouthpiece twice, costing him a point. And that was the least of his words, okay? Now, when he was over at his corner getting the mouthpiece back in, Joe Goosen, his trainer, told him, you have to get inside on him. That's exactly what Corrales did. His eyes almost swollen shut. He caught Castillo coming in and stopped him. Guess who the referee was? Tony Weeks. So he had the perfect referee if you're trying to come back and get a quick stoppage. Yep. And Tony stopped it for him. This guy was both eyes swollen shut, spitting his mouthpiece out, been down a few times, got the man on the ropes, and Tony Weeks stopped it. Yep. I had to put that in when I saw Tony Weeks' name. And he was true to form. Yep, an unreal turnaround. And last but not least, if you're talking about greatest rounds in history, you got to talk about Marvin Hagler and Tommy Hearns. Their first round for their 1985 fight, which was round of the year. And a 3-round fight was fight of the year. 3 rounds. Isn't that amazing? A 3-round fight was fight of the year for 1985, okay? Now, it was before the fight, it was advertised as the fight. After the fight, it was called the war. Okay? Okay, excuse me for 1 sec. One second. Let me right away. Everybody doing all right this Wednesday hump day afternoon. Lonnie Lee, we on the way downhill now. It's all downhill to the old weekend. We don't have no Thursday or late week cards this week, but we got 2 on Saturday. All right. 2 fights Saturday. Andy Cruz, Edgar Berlanga. Just hope Edgar don't bite nobody. We got Monster Inoue's little brother. I have never seen him fight before. Takuma Inoue. He has one of the belts that Monster dropped when he moved up to take on Cool Boy. And then Alejandro Santiago, he has one of the belts that Monster dropped. They both on the card. Not fighting each other though. Remember Alejandro beating Nonito Donaire late last year. All that's this weekend. Now, Marvelous Marvin Hagler walked around fight week in a bad mood with a 3-letter word emblazoned on his baseball cap. W-A-R, war. Okay? He was unimpressed that many boxing figures were picking the dangerous Tommy Hearns to take his middleweight title away from him. Okay? Hagler wasn't worrying about that. He said he planned on fighting fire with fire. Everybody was talking about how dangerous a puncher Tommy Hearns was. Hagler said, I'm fighting fire with fire. Bring it on, Hitman. And the Hitman was never one to back down, right? So when the fight started, they started at 100 miles per hour and then sped up, okay, rocking one another with crisp power shots right off the bat. Hearns was hurt. Hagler was badly cut. In the ring, Al Michaels, the commentator, yelled, "Oh, this is still the first round." Now, Hagler went on to win the fight. Okay, 3 rounds. And it was a hard adrenaline rush of a fight. But the first round set a new standard. Okay? Round of the year, fight of the year. Still can't get over that. A 3-round fight of the year. That is really amazing. Okay. Now we got 10, oh man, what happened to me? We got 10 super middleweights that we're going to talk about today. I'm trying to get it so I can get some pictures and stuff up on the screen as I profile these guys. You can get a look at them and everything, you know. Why did that turn that color like that? What's going on? I don't know. Okay, now the first guy up is wait a minute. Yeah, that's hopefully tomorrow I will have that for you. Okay. Like I'm gonna start out with Nino Benavidez. This tomorrow with Nino Benavidez hopefully would have been up there on the screen. But tomorrow's gonna be welterweight too, you know. Floyd, Sugar Ray, Tommy Hearns, Pac-Man. And we had some great fights at that division welterweight, man, didn't we? Over the years. Some of the best fights of all time was at welterweight. What happened to that Floyd and Manny thing? Wasn't they supposed to be trying to fight again or something? I wouldn't pay 1 penny to see it. Matter of fact, I'm not even watching it for free. You know, we tried to get these guys when they were in their prime to fight. They wouldn't do it. They waited 5 years too late. Now, they think somebody want to watch it when they both damn near 50? Come on, Floyd and Manny. You can't be serious. They can't be serious. I don't know about y'all, but I'm not even watching it for free. Floyd and Manny. 2 50-year-olds, a shell of themselves. Nah, I'll pass. I will pass on that one. Y'all watch it. Hope you enjoy it. Tell me about it. No, don't even tell me. I don't even want to know. Probably rigged. Then Floyd can come brag about how he did a legalized bank robbery. Nah, I'll pass on Floyd and Manny. Okay, but first person is Nino Benevenuti. Okay? Nino Benevenuti. Okay, his pro career went between 1961 and 1971, 10 years. He had 90 total fights. Okay, he had a record of 82 wins, 7 losses, with 1 draw, 35 knockouts. Okay, not too bad at all. Now, Nino was born in Italy. Okay, not too many Italian boxers that I know of. Okay, now he won the gold medal. Oh Lord, mercy. Oh, come on, don't do this to me. Excuse me for a minute. Okay, I'm coming. We went back to the beginning. See, that's why I say I can't have camera because I'm doing all kinds of stuff over here. I never will be looking at the camera. I'm constantly looking up things as I'm doing the show. So yeah, it would just probably be a disaster. But give me 1 second. Something didn't happen. I don't know what. Oh, here we go. Yeah. At least the Wi-Fi haven't went out on me in 2 days. Knock on wood. I don't know why I said that. Because it'll turn around and go out now. The phone said, oh, snap, reload, just like it's a person. These phones do too much. They too smart. You know, you get the phone smarter than me. Okay. Mhm. But yeah, tomorrow I'm going to have pictures and maybe some videos and everything for you. I promise you. It's going to be upward mobility, a lot better show. Where's everybody today? I must have pissed some people off when I went on my rant this morning. Part of the loss being boxing news. I got to check, see if my subscribers went down one. You know, but hey, it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. You know what I mean? I'm going to be with you in a second, though. Ayub Kalule. Okay, I'm almost there. I had to redo something. Jamel Charlo is a junior middleweight, but these are all former guys, no active fighters. Like I said, when if I'm still have cast sports 40 years from now, then Jamel Charlo and all them people will get their time. Okay. But right now, I cannot get this right. Okay, I might have to skip Nino. One more try. Don't leave, I'm coming. Might have to skip Nino. Benevenuti. The Italian fighter. We don't have too many Italian fighters. I gotta do Nino. I know we had I think Muhammad Ali beat an Italian in the Olympic final. Well, on the way to his gold medal. I know he fought an Italian guy. I don't know if it was the final. Yeah, 1960. This is the last time. Nino. Winky Wright is also being profiled today. I like Winky. Winky was a bad dude, man. For that junior middleweight, middleweight. Shane Mosley. Shane almost knocked Floyd out. Floyd got a beard on him, though. Floyd took it. But one thing about Floyd, when you hit Floyd was always like moving away. Shane got him about the most flush I ever seen Floyd get hit, but he was still didn't get him all the way, because the way he caught Floyd, he was supposed to go down, but he didn't. Floyd took it like a champ. Manny got a couple good ones in too. Okay, I see y'all hanging in there. I appreciate it. We only got 3 more days till the weekend, and our next. Here we go. Nino Benevenuti. Okay. Now he was born in Italy, right? And yeah, he was in the 1960 Olympics in Rome, but he wouldn't have fought Ali. He would have been too small. He got the gold medal. I don't know what weight class he was in here, but he was in the same Olympics that Ali was in. I knew he had something to do with those Olympics, right? He got a gold medal. All right. Now he had fast hands. Footwork was above average. Could rumble on the inside with hooks to the head and body. Good at changing levels. Had an average chin. Good counter puncher. Okay. Very good on the inside. And he also fight on the outside and work his way to a decision. Okay. Now, he was another one of those fighters that didn't dodge anybody, took on all comers. Yeah. Fought guys such as Thomas So Truppy, Denny Moyer, Milo Calhoun. And he got his first title against Sandro Mazahito. Took the unified title away from Sandro. Then he fought a couple. After he won the title, he only fought a couple more times at junior middleweight. Then he went up to middleweight. Okay, Nino Benevenuti. Okay, next is going to be Oscar, and Oscar is right here. Oscar De La Hoya wanted all the smoke, man. Like I was saying earlier, I will put Oscar's resume up against anybody's in history, man. Oscar, yeah. He fought everybody. Now, he lost to a lot of the big names, but he got in there with them. We were starting to get into that era of the, I call this the dollars and cents era. That's the excuse they make. It don't make dollars, it don't make cents. So, we can't make the fight. But Oscar fought from 1992 to 2008, 16 years. Okay, had a nice long career. 16 years. And like I said, I put his resume up against anybody's. He fought 45 fights. Won 39. He didn't lose but 6, okay? And he had 30 knockouts. Oscar did. 30 knockouts. Where's all my likes at? 30 knockouts. Okay? Now he born in East Los Angeles, California. He got the gold medal at the 92 Olympics, of course. Then he turned pro. Oscar had buku endorsements, coming off of that gold medal. And Oscar, they called him the Golden Boy. That's what he named his promotional company after his, his nickname, the Golden Boy. Yep. Called Oscar the Golden Boy. This is a very slow day. I see that. Oh, good. The Golden Boy. Now, he had beautiful offensive skills and footwork. Oscar had very good feet, too. Good jab. Punch selection was good. Very accurate puncher. Had a huge heart. Everybody know that. And you know that he sought out the top competition. Right? Sweet right hand. But he usually lived off the left and that left hook. Yeah, everybody, this era, we know about Oscar's left hook. Devastating. Okay. Seems like Ryan. Well, Ryan got a pretty good. You think he learned that from Oscar? Because they used to like each other at one time. But yeah, Oscar had that devastating left hook. Now he won belts in 4 divisions before he got to junior middleweight. Okay. Because Oscar started what? Was it junior lightweight? Lightweight, junior lightweight. Yeah, I think Oscar had lightweight, junior lightweight, junior welterweight, and welterweight. Yeah, Oscar had four divisions before he got to junior middleweight. Yeah, and in his first fight at junior middleweight, he beat Javier Castillejo and got a belt in his first fight. Okay, he beat Fernando Vargas, Yuri Boy Campos, but then he lost it to Shane Mosley in his third defense of it. But he got it back. He had a brutal knockout over Ricardo Mayorga. I started to make that my thumbnail, but I said, no, him and Floyd. But he had a brutal knockout over Ricardo Mayorga. Oscar did. Yeah. Oscar De La Hoya. Tough man. Wanted all the smoke. Now, next is Julian Jackson. Okay. What is J-Rock's last name? Is it Jackson? But not him. But J-Rock is Julian something else. But this is not him anyway. Okay. This one fought a little earlier than J-Rock. Okay. Everybody all right this afternoon? I am. Kind of slow today, but it's all good. Yeah. Okay, Julian fought from 1981 up to 1998. Okay. He had a professional record of 55 wins, 6 losses, 49 by knockout. It ain't too bad. What is that? Like almost 80 knockout rate? 55. He had 61 fights. I don't know, 70 something, 49 knockouts. I gotta know. Okay. 61 fights. 490 divided by 61. Oh, come on now. 80. 80 on the dot. So that ain't bad. He had a knockout rate of 80%. Well, 80 point something. So not bad. Okay. Anytime you get up around 80, it's not bad. A bad knockout rate. Now, he was born in St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands. Okay. Had a very short amateur career. Okay. Only fought 17 fights. Won 15 of them. Okay. 15-2 in the amateurs. Very short. Now, called himself the Hawk. He was one of the most brutal punchers in boxing history, especially with the right hand. Now, he did have a shaky chin, but it had heart, right? Sometimes that heart make up for that chin because you're willing to get back up off of that canvas and, go back at it. If you got a shaky chin and no heart, then you're in trouble because you get knocked down because of that shaky chin. You ain't trying to get back up, but, the Hawk had a shaky chin, but he had heart, so, yeah. And he had the type of power that could pull victory out of the grass of your feet, okay? Now, he destroyed Lee Warrior, Derek Drain, on the way to get a shot at Mike McCallum, okay? Now, he lost to Mike, right? But then he knocked out let's get Bayak. That's got the last name. Okay. Then he got the championship, right? Defended against Buster Drayton, Terry Norris, terrible Terry Norris. And he never lost his title in the ring. Okay. Julian Jackson, the Hawk. Is J-Rock's last name Jackson too? I can't even remember now. But I'm not talking about him. Next is Ayub Kalule. Ayub Kalule. Is next up on the list. And remember, tomorrow I'm going to try to start having some pictures of these guys that's getting profiled. Okay. Make it a little bit more interesting. Like my friend Jay Hardcore says, upward mobility. Upward mobility. Dave was just tickled by my rant this morning. Hey, it's all good. Forget what you heard. It's all good. Ayub Kalule fought from 1986 to 1976 to 1986. 10 years. Okay. And his career, during his career, he had 50 total fights. Won 46, only lost 4. Okay. 23 knockouts. Not bad. Aluye. What is this guy's name? Ayub. Wait a minute. I can do better. Do y'all one better than keep on butchering this guy's name. Okay. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. I can do y'all one better. Okay. I'm going to let y'all pronounce his name for yourself. Kalule. Okay. That's who I'm talking about right there. Ayub. Did it go in? Oh. Yeah, there he is. Ayub Kalule. Okay. Now he like I said, 10-year pro career, 46-4. Now he's from Kampala, Uganda. Okay. That's where he's from, Uganda. Won a gold medal at the World Amateur Championships in 1974. Then he turned pro. Didn't compete in the Olympics. Okay. Normally you would get gold at the Amateur Championships in an Olympic year. No, that wasn't the Olympic year. That was 74. Olympics was 72 and 76. Because normally you win that gold, you usually advance to the Olympics. But that was not an Olympic year. So I guess he didn't want to wait till 76. So he turned pro in 74. He was a southpaw, fast hands and feet, decent jab, above average power. But again, another one of them guys with a weak chin. But again, he had a weak chin and a big heart. Okay. But he always gave everything. And when you got in there with him, you had to be on your A game. Okay. Because a Liu was coming every minute of every round. Didn't take no rounds off. Now his nickname was Gentleman Kalule. Moved up fast. Okay. He beat Al Corvo, Reggie Ford, Sugar Ray Seals, and David Love. Now he won the title against Masashi Kudo, 15-round decision. He defended it 4 times. Then he finally lost it to Sugar Ray Leonard. Okay. So that wasn't bad. You lost your title to Sugar Ray. A lot of people lost to Sugar Ray Leonard, so don't feel bad, or you had wins against Steve Gregory, Emiliano Berry, Bushy Bester. What a name. Bushy Bester. Wow. Now he always was in top shape, always ready to go 15 rounds every fight. Okay. Always in top-notch conditioning. Good defensive fighter. Good at parrying, slipping, boxing shots on the inside. Ayub Kalule. Okay. Everybody all right this afternoon? A little slow day. I think my rant ran some people away, but if it did, it wasn't supposed to be here no way, so let the doorknob hit you. I'm sorry, but hey, let the doorknob hit you. With the good Lord split you. Okay. Yeah. Freddie Little is next. Freddie Little. Now, Freddie Little fought from 1957 to 1970. But I appreciate everybody that's rocking with me, you know. My loyal, big time loyal supporters like Mike Masick, Lonnie Lee, hashtag JBT, Remo, hashtag JBT, dropped another hashtag Let's Talk Fashion this morning. And Al Booger is in the building, okay? Now, Freddie Little fought from 1957 to 1972, 15 years. Didn't have a bad career. 57 fights, won 51 of them, just 6 losses. Okay, not bad, Freddie. And 31 knockouts. Now, Freddie was born in Picayune, Mississippi. Unfortunately, he's a long forgotten champion. Now that's bad because He was a very good fighter. 1966, he knocked out former champion Denny Moyer. We just heard about Denny. Then a year later, he dropped Ki Soo Kim twice. Okay. But still allegedly lost the fight by a split decision. Of course, he was fighting a Korean fighter in South Korea. Okay, good luck with that. But he did receive another shot at the title in 1968 against Sandro Mazingi. Now, the fight was ruled a no contest. Now, it should have been an 8-round TKO for Little, but instead, politics intervened. He just had a lot of hard luck. Now, he finally did get the title. He won his first title in 1969. He beat Stanley Haywood by a decision. And he eventually became undisputed, in the junior middleweight division. During the 2-belt era, he held both the WBA and the WBC in 1969. Okay? Now, he had a very high ring IQ. He was actually a teacher, a high school teacher, right? So he had a very high ring IQ. He had knockout power in both hands. He could win by fighting on the inside or could box to a decision from the outside. And he is a member of the Mississippi State Hall of Fame. Freddie Little. Okay? Next up is Mike McCallum. We're in the junior middleweight division today. Up next is Mike McCallum. Hope everybody is enjoying the show. Starting tomorrow, I'll try to make it a little bit better with some pictures. Start with some pictures, then maybe graduate to some videos. But you got to crawl before you can walk. Like I always used to say. You got to be small before you can be big, right? Okay. And all those people out there, when I get big, stay out there. Okay. Because I'm going to have my core group, plus a whole lot of other new people going to be in here with Cast Sports. And you know where I am. I will call you out when you come creeping back in here. I will call you out. So, because the people that's hanging with you when you're on the way up the ladder, those are the true ones. Now, the people that come creeping in when you get to the top of the ladder, nah. They don't have your best interests at heart. They just want to be seen, That's all. Okay, next up is Mike McCallum. Okay, 16 years, from 1981 to 1997. Mike fought 55 times, winning 49 of them, losing 5, fighting to 1 draw with 36 knockouts. Okay, Mike was born in, where was Mike born? Jamaica. Mike McCallum from Jamaica. Well-known fighter back around that time too, Mike McCallum. One of the big names of the junior middleweight division. Okay. One of the big early names. Because 81, when he came in was around the time where the division was really, really starting to be big time. It started in 1962, remember, but around the late 70s, 80s was when the WBC and the big ones started really recognizing the division, okay? So Mike was one of the big names early in this division, okay? Okay, like I say, he was from Kingston, Jamaica. He had a great amateur career, 250 fight amateur career, right? Winning 240 against just 10 losses. Outstanding amateur career. Then he turned pro, okay? An outstanding pro career too. Called himself the Body Snatcher. Ooh, very, very, very fundamental fighter, okay? Yeah, I've seen a lot of Mike back in the 80s. Very fundamental, Work behind the jab. Call that with the right hand, left jab, right hand combination was off the chart. Good left hook, textbook left hook. Like I say, good fundamental. Good body punching skills. He called himself the body snatcher. You better be a good body puncher if you call yourself the body snatcher, right? Yeah, Mike. I'm not trying to put nobody in time. Oh, sorry, Mike. Damn. Well, that was a mistake. Let me unhide you. God damn. Oh Lord, have mercy. How can I how the hell did I do that? Shit. Oh, excuse me, y'all. Some kind of way I hit Mike McCallum. Oh, there we go. I said unhide, god damn it. Excuse my language, y'all. Oh, Mike Macy. Oh, he's unhidden. Sorry, Mike. You are unhidden. I hit you by mistake. But you are unhidden now, Mike. Damn. Yeah, that's where I get messing with I think I did that when I was trying to type that guy's name in there. Why didn't you say something, Mike? Didn't you see that I had hit you? You are one of my top supporters. I can't afford to lose. I think I just lost a few today with my rant this morning. I can't afford to lose the ones that's really sticking with me like Mike Macy. I'm sorry, Mike. I didn't mean to hide you. Why didn't somebody say something? But you are now unhidden, Mike. Okay. Wow. That's bad. Yeah. Mike is always one of the first ones in here. Cass, how can you hide him? That was me smacking myself. Okay. Now, we're talking about Mike McCallum. Mike McCallum, he's called the body snatcher, and he was a great body puncher. Okay. Like I was saying, you better be a good body puncher if you call yourself the body snatcher. Now, with all those fundamentals, textbook skills, he had a steel chin. Okay. So, and he had devastating power in both hands. That's why he was so good. Great fundamental fighter, steel chin, devastating power in both hands. Okay. Like McCallum. Now, he tore through the junior middleweight division. Then when he became a contender, he started going up against like Ayub Kalule, they made me say his name again. Manuel Jimenez. When he beat those two, that's when he got his shot at the title. And he won a 15-round decision over Sean Mannion. Yeah, I remember Sean too. Sean Mannion. Yeah. Yeah, he's a big name back in the early 80s. Mike won his first title over Sean Mannion. He knocked out Julian Jackson. Oh my goodness. Knocked out Milton McCrory and Donald Curry. Donald Curry had a weak chin though. He was always getting knocked out by somebody. Okay. But that ain't bad. He knocked out Julian Jackson, Milton McCrory, and Donald Curry. Milton McCrory was out of that Kronk chin up under Emmanuel Lewis. Yeah. That was a good little stretch there. Mike McCallum. Okay. One of the top guys early in this division. Mike was. Yep. Okay. Next up is Shane Mosley. I can't get over. I hit Mike Mason, but I unhit him. Man, yeah. That's what I get for playing around in the chat. I was trying to type that guy's name in that I couldn't pronounce. Did a little bit too much. Okay, next up with Sugar Shane. I know y'all remember him, Sugar Shane. He hadn't retired not too long ago. What, like 15, 16? I'll tell you in a minute. But yeah, not too long ago. Sugar Shane has not been out of the game that long. Another one of the big names that Oscar got in there with. I tell you, Oscar got in there with all of them, man. Oscar didn't duck no smoke at all. No, sir. Okay, now here we go. Sugar Shane Mosley. Now, Sugar Shane, yeah, I was right. Fought between 1993 in 2016. I just guessed that off the top of my head, but yeah, it was 2016 when Sugar Shane retired. Okay, he had 60 fights, 49 wins, 10 losses, one draw, 41 knockouts. Okay, not too bad. 49 wins, 41 knockouts. That ain't too shabby. Okay, Shane Mosley. hmm Now Shane is from Linwood, California. I knew he was out there in California somewhere. Had a very successful amateur career. He had 266 amateur fights. Won 250 and lost 16. Okay. Uh, then he turned professional after that. And he had the power boxing style. That suited him good in the pros. Yeah. Call himself, like I'm saying, Sugar Shane. Now he had power in both hands. Yeah. Most everybody here seen Sugar Shane operate because he's from the very modern era. Like I said, just retired in 2016. Okay. And yeah, those fast hands were part of his game. Good body puncher. And Sugar Shane had a very good chin too, remember? And he had a heart too. He went all out, win at all costs. Went up against Ricardo Mayorga. He was winning. But he could have coasted to a decision, right? And he ended up going for broke and got stopped. Remember that fight with Ricardo Mayorga? Sugar Shane had it won, right? But no, Sugar Shane said, I ain't sitting out here coasting. He went for it. And Mayorga ended up stopping his ass, right? In the 12th round. Remember that? Mayorga stopped him in the last damn round. Sugar Shane had it won. Stopped in the last round. Yeah. You got to give him credit. He didn't just certify to stay outside and coast to the win, which he should have done. But he didn't, and he got stopped in the last round. He started at lightweight, came up through the ranks. Was good at lightweight, welterweight. Then he made it to 54. Beat Oscar. Like I said, Oscar fought everybody, but he lost to most of the big names. I think he beat Oscar twice. I think he fought Oscar at welterweight. And I think he beat him at junior middleweight too, I believe. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to research that, but yeah. I know he beat him once, but I think he beat Oscar twice. Okay. And knocked out Antonio Margarita with his cheating ass. Okay. Shane also beat Fernando Vargas. Beat Fernando twice too. And I said he beat Mayorga. Yeah, they late. Okay. Sugar Shane Mosley. Next is Terrible Terry Norris. Terrible Terry. Terrible Terry Norris. Yeah, I could have put Terry probably at middleweight too, but yeah. Junior welterweight is good for him. He was successful in both classes, Yeah. Had good careers in both classes. So junior middleweight is okay. Let me see. I have to see him. Yeah, I'm in good shape. Good shape. Got a half hour. Yeah. We had another successful episode of hashtag Let's Talk Fashion this morning. Had Jay Hardcore himself on there, Jay said he can put it on, Remo was rocking that shirt he had on. I mean, do the young people still call them shirts, or is it another name for it? But he was rocking it. Anybody couldn't pull that off. That was fire. My old ass likes dark solids. Okay, that's all I wear. Dark solids. Okay. I couldn't pull that off like Remo was rocking that thing he had on this morning. Yeah. And but another successful show. Hashtag Let's Talk Fashion. A blend of fashion, sports, and entertainment. What does that mean? Down, button down. Oh, button down. Okay. Okay, Remo, got you. Button down. That's what they call it now. Button downs. Okay. Well, you was rocking it. Hmm. Yes, sir. He was rocking it. Pulling it off, with the hat. Yeah. I'm old, but I still wear my hats backwards like that too. Because I'm cool. Now we talking about Terrible Terry Norris. Okay. Just like 3 more to go. Terrible Terry Norris started his career in he went from oh, wait a minute. I'm in the wrong place. Terrible Terry. There we go. He started his career in 1986 and went to 1998. A good solid 12-year career. Hmm. He had a record of 47-9, 31 knockouts. And he was a 3-time champion in this division. Yeah. 3-time WBC. Plus he had the IBF too. Okay. He won the WBC 3 times. Now he's from Lubbock, Texas, a Texan. Had a great amateur career. 295 fights. Okay. He went 291, just 4 losses in the amateur. Wow. Now that's not bad. 291 and 4. Called himself Terrible Terry. Power in both hands, but his speed, reflexes, and boxing talent. That was truly his calling card, because skills pay the bills. Okay. Great jab. Great jab. Great combination puncher. Chin wasn't all that, right? But his speed, power, and heart never seemed to let him down. I don't think Terry Norris, I don't ever remember him going down. I know he never got stopped. I don't know if I don't know if he ever went down. But he had a shaky kind of chin. Okay. When he was having a good night, he was one of them good ones to watch, When he was on, he was on. Now on the way to a title shot, he beat Julian Jackson. Okay. Didn't stop him. He also beat contenders like Gilbert Baptiste, Quincy Taylor, and Jorge Vaca. He stopped John Mugabe in the first round. The Beast. John the Beast Mugabe in the first round. Okay. And he also beat Sugar Ray Leonard. But that wasn't the Sugar Ray Leonard. That was the Sugar Ray Leonard that should have had his ass retired by then. That's the Sugar Ray Leonard he beat. Okay? Yeah. Don't get it twisted. He didn't beat the Sugar Ray Leonard like Hector. They didn't beat the Sugar Ray Leonard. They beat the Sugar Ray Leonard that should have been retired out of the game by then. But he did beat him. He on his resume. So, yeah, he beat him. Donald Curry. Who didn't beat Donald Curry? Meldrick Taylor. He beat Meldrick Albuquerque. Simon Brown. Maurice Blocker. Vincent Petway. Ooh, he had some big names on his resume. Terrible Terry Norris. I know he did, but I just didn't realize it. I didn't know he beat Sugar Ray, but not doing his, he beat Sugar Ray like in the 90s when Sugar Ray should have been out of there. Sugar Ray finally retired after Hector Camacho stopped him for the first and only time in his career. Then he went on and retired. He should have came back and gave Hagler that rematch. He ducked Hagler the second time because Hagler beat him. That was his punishment. Came back and Hector just stopped him. The old shell of himself. You should have seen him and Roberto Duran, two old men in there. Looked like they was slow dragging or something. Him and Roberto Duran in '89 in their third fight. Looked like they was slow drag. And neither one of them had no business still in the ring fight. Now, him and Roberto Duran is good friends, by the way, nowadays. The pin I replaced the other one with the stop. Now this one's the stop. I'm having a rough day, man. Damn. Now this one's the stop. Unbelievable. Next is Gianfranco Rossi. That did good on that, Gianfranco Rossi. You know, he got a name that's easy to syllableize. Okay, Gianfranco Rossi. Fought between seven. I give it to say 1779, 1979, and 2006. He had a long career, 27 years. Now he had 68 fights. Get this: 62 wins, 6 losses, 1 draw, 18 knockouts. So it's safe to say that Gianfranco was not a knockout puncher. 62 wins, 18 by knockout. That's got to be like a 0.01 point knockout rate. I got to know. Ooh, brutal. 69 fights, 18 knockouts. He got a brutal knockout. Good. I'm scared to check. 26, that's down too high. You got no 26. 69. No way. Yeah, 26%. That's about right. No, 6%. That's more like it. A knockout rate of 6%, not 60, 6. S-I-X. 6%. Yeah, when I saw that, 69 fights, 18 knockouts, I knew that was low. S-I-X, 6%, not 60. 6. Okay? Oh. That's Gianfranco. Okay. I better stop messing around in this daggone chat before I hide somebody else. Like I hit Mike. Mike probably left after I hit him. I wouldn't blame him. I already got people mad at me. Now, they're hiding some of my strongest supporters. Okay, yeah. That's his knockout rate right there. 6%. That's got to be one of the lowest I've ever seen. But anyway, Gianfranco from Italy. So we had a couple from Italy on this list, okay? Now, he built a solid resume in the 1990s. He had a WBC title for a year, 87-88. Made 1 defense. He had the IBF title for 6 years, between 89 and 95. He made 11 defenses, okay? He faced 11 guys with titles. 8. Aquino, Dwayne Thomas, Donald Curry, Darren Van Horn, Rene Jacqual, Gilbert Deal, Vincent Petway, Vern Phillips. All right. And he got stopped by Donald Curry and Vincent Petway to end both of his knockout reigns. He got stopped both times. Now he beat Phillips in the first of 2 fights, lost the second one by decision. Okay. It was changed. No, he won the second one, but it was changed to a no contest because he failed the drug test. And if I had known that, Gianfranco wouldn't even have been on my list. Okay, I don't play that. Yeah. And he fought at middleweight for a little while in the 2000s before he retired. Yeah. If I knew he failed the drug test, no, he wouldn't even been on here in the first place. No way, Giancarlo. You're a cheater. I don't deal with cheaters. Okay. Now, last but not least is Winky Wright. Winky Wright. It's the last one, and it's just about time to put another Cast Sports in the books. Okay, let's do Winky. And I really appreciate everybody, though. for sticking with me. Let's see. Winky Wright. Yeah, here we go. Winky. His real name is Ronald, by the way. Ronald White. Winky Wright. That was my brother's name, Ronald. Winky Wright. Okay. He went from 1990 to 2012, 12 years. He had 58 fights, 51 wins, 6 losses, 1 draw, 25 knockouts. Winky wasn't no big time power guy neither. Okay. And Winky is from St. Petersburg, Florida. Okay. He had a very short amateur career. 56 fights. Yeah, that's short for amateur. 52 wins, 4 losses. Then he turned professional. And he improved every year. Okay. That he was in the professionals. Slick southpaw. Winky. Yeah, Wink was like that. And good distance fighter, man. Used distance very well. Very accurate jab and straight left hand. Right jab, straight left hand combination was hellacious. Excellent footwork. You want to see some footwork? Look at Winky Wright, man. Excellent footwork. Used all that to beat his opponents. Had a solid jaw. And Winky had a lot of pride. And Winky was avoided by a lot of people around his time too. Very avoided. Winky Wright was. Yes, he was. Now he spent most of his career at junior middleweight. And beat many of the top guys there too. Yeah. Keith Mulligan, Robert Frazier. He beat Sugar Shane twice. Winky Wright. Ronald Winky Wright. Okay. Yeah, a lot less amateur experience back then, Remo. Yeah. Guys turned pro a lot sooner back in them days. Yep. Why I don't know, but I noticed that same thing too. Yeah. It seemed like nowadays, or around the time like Tank Devin Shakur and them came around, they started getting into boxing much younger. That could be it, because back in the old days, you didn't have guys 6, 7 years old, getting into boxing back then. Not as many like now. Like all these young boxers now, most of them started 6, 7, less than 10 years old. Back in the old days, they was a lot older when they started, so that's probably why the amateur careers was shorter, because they started their amateur careers a lot earlier nowadays. Yeah, that's probably it, Remo. But I do notice that the amateur careers were shorter back then, and I do notice that now fighters start a lot younger. So that's probably what it is. Yeah, start the amateur careers a lot sooner now. Yeah, but that is so true. But tomorrow will be welterweights. Floyd, Sugar Ray Leonard, the Hitman, Manny Pacquiao. Manny came all the way from 108. He could be in many. I don't know which one I'm gonna put Manny in, because he came so far. But he was taking steroids in all of them, so I don't even know if he should be on here, tell you the truth. He just never got caught. A man that say he don't want to take a drug test because he don't like needles, but he got tattoos all over his damn body. That had to be a lie. So when you lie, you're lying for a reason, right? How can you say you don't like needles? How did all those tattoos get on you? Was they painted on you? So yeah. Remember Floyd wanted Manny to take the drug test before the fight, and Manny said he didn't like needles. Everybody jumped all over Floyd, saying he was ducking, but question Manny about how he don't like needles when he got tattoos all over his body. You're hiding something, son. And you're coming through 8 weight classes? Very interesting. I think he was dirty. He just never got caught, Yeah. He just never got caught. Yep. And now he's retired. So he did it. He cheated successfully. Right? Manny cheated successfully. But I really appreciate everybody for rocking with me today. Okay. Very slow today, but it's all good. We still had a nice 2-hour episode. Learned a little history. I learned some myself, Got a little history out of it. That's the goal here. If you want to learn some boxing history, just other aspects of our sport other than 2 people in the ring fighting, this is where you get it, because there's a lot more to it than that. That's the main part, of course, that we like the most is when they get in there and mix it up, but there's a lot of other things to go into it. And it helps to know them, So when you're watching them in there battling, you got all this other stuff in your mind, and it really helps it makes watching the fight better when you understand the whole picture, Like you're at the museum looking at a painting. You're not looking at just what's going on in the middle of the picture. You're looking at the whole picture, ain't you? So that's where I come in at. You don't just see 2 people in the ring fighting. You see the promoters that made the fight. You learn about the trainers that's training them, the referees that's in there cheating, the judges that's got the scorecards all around. No, I'm just kidding. But you learn about referees, judges, sanctioning bodies. Oh, God. Now she learned. I got 15 more minutes. Hold on. Hello. Okay. 10 minutes. Bye-bye. Love you. That's Miss Cass. Anybody else, I wouldn't have answered it, but Miss Cass, I'm sitting there. We got cell phones nowadays. You can't say, well, I was at home, because nowadays when you ain't home, you still got that's what I like about the old days. You didn't have no cell phone, and when you wasn't home, a person just couldn't get in touch with you. So you just don't answer, say I wasn't home. It's sitting right at home. But you could say that because when you leave, you didn't take your phone with you. I used that a lot. I wasn't home. Be sitting right by the phone at home. But now there's damn cell phone in your pocket all the time. You got to answer it. But I would answer it for Miss Cass anyway. But yeah. But yeah, what was we talking about? I forgot that fast. Miss Cass broke my train of thought. But yeah, like you're at a museum looking at a picture. You don't just look at the middle of the picture, right? You look at the whole picture. So like boxing. The people in the ring fighting, it's just part of it. So don't you want to know the whole picture? And like I said, that's where I come in at, right? Yeah. And that's true hardcore there, Hardcore ain't knowing, he fights for Golden Boy, or he beat so-and-so last time. That ain't hardcore. Hardcore is knowing how long a man been fighting, the history of the sport. When was the junior middleweight division started? Okay. What was the first sanctioning body? Okay. How long this guy been a trainer? That's hardcore. Okay. But another Cass Sports is getting ready to go in the books. There's Victoria right there. Miss Cass. How are you? Waving the pink hand. She's under her government name today. Hello, Victoria Thomas, Miss Cass, aka Miss Cass, hashtag JBT. How are you this afternoon? Yeah, but you know, that's the thing. I'll show you the whole picture. That's a perfect way to describe it. Okay. You want the whole picture of the sport of boxing? Come holler at Cass Sports. Okay. And I am getting ready to get up out of here now. Okay. So I can talk to Miss Cass. She must be on her lunch break. All right. I got a short list today. Okay. But we got Miss Cass in the building. Hashtag JBT. Mike Mason. Lonnie Lee. Hashtag JBT. Remo. Hashtag JBT. Hashtag Let's Talk Fashion. Another good episode dropped this morning. We got Al Booger in the building. And another Cass Sports in the books. Appreciate everybody for continuing to rock with my growing channel. Okay. This is Cass Sports, the History Channel, aka the Boxtorian, aka 2 o'clock Shorty. I'm out. Everybody have a great day.